Lime Jew.
So the concept developed from the commemoration of my Earth Day. So my Earth Day is on the 15th of January, and in 1994 the idea of having a celebration for me came up. I didn't want to have a birthday bash because everybody did that. So my thing was it has to be different, and the whole concept has to be different. So I am not an alcohol drinker, so therefore I wouldn't want to sell any alcohol. I am not a slackness advocate, so I wouldn't want none of that there. So the first one was about good, clean music, no alcoholic beverages, unless you wanted fish. That was the exception. And so the first one was on the 14th of January, because that was the Saturday closest to the 15th. The 15th would be on a Sunday. So when you go over 12 on Saturday night, you would end up on my Earth Day. So that was how it really started in Manchester. It started in Manchester. It started at Fairs Entertainment Center. The first one at Brooks Park was 1995. A year later, but most people think it started at Brooks Park. I mean, Garnet Silk was on the first one, because Garnet Silk was having a little hiatus at the time. I remember I called him and him said, yeah man, from a you we are going to come salute you. And even the very day, the night when I went down there from Kingston here, we drove one car. As a matter of fact, he had a Honda car and I had one. And then when we were going out and we want to drive one car, we said, so where say Jesus car? Because I know that Jesus went out in one accord.
Which is right.
So we drove down in one accord and went to Mandeville Hotel. And rain was falling very much. Hard. And I thought that the show would not, happen. Just like what you see happened this year at Rebel Salute. And I said to Garnet, let us drive around here, because it's hard for me keep a birthday party. I mean, not even show my face. So me and him went. We left other people at the hotel. And when we went there, we sat in the car because rain was falling hard. And guess who I saw going across the road into the venue? The lady that just left here, Elise Kelly. And then me and Garnet said, well, if Elise Kelly gone in there, then we have to go in there too. And when we went in there, the place was packed. Jam! I never even go back out. I never sent somebody to go park the car. They were inside ramp. And I tell you, people didn't move until the next day. It was the most mystic show ever. And therefore, the continuation of that is what you even saw.
It's been a long time coming. Rebel salute knows change gon' come. Oh yes it will. Rastafari. And it's the last time we should lose the way about things. Rebel salute. Come on my people. How's that this? Dreams of a poor man, sleep of getting a riches one day. All the money and housing, they thinking wealth can make them say. Bear in mind, these times even blind needs no eyes to see. That the gift of joy depends on love and liberty.
The staging of the 25th Rebel Salute was very spiritual, very magical, because to have a show where people come out in rain, dance in mud, and stay from one night until the next day, or maybe half a next day, that is nothing less than a magic, you know what I mean? Is only like Glastonbury and some other things that I've seen foreign people really do that. It just goes to show that there is some loyal saluters who really just love the concept of the show and what the show has to offer. That pilgrimage is something that people take every year, and this was no exception. Them just do what them have to do in the mud.
What on? Saturday. Me go that one. I said, I get paid. Things are free summer. When I do that 1,000 shoes, I go buy. When I feel like I eat that. More and more upside down people. I can't too much cheer the right or so. I don't cheer thing. I mean, I perform for nobody where I sit down in a chair. Me I put, hey, push me up. Come on, sir. Push me up, sir. Push me up, sir. Don't make me jump in. Everybody has to make noise! Make noise! Play the next one for me! Play the next one for me! Are you love to make a wheel?
Jamaica. Not even God, we not live for. Remember, we just escape Maria and Irma, and all we do is increase murder. Right now, we show up on the radar. Like say Jamaicans are pagan, but we can't bet you anyway. In the world, we are the nicest human. So we go to the trench down the roads. That's why all our people just think we increase more than that. I know it would have sweet you. Listen this. Mr. Prime Minister, Jamaica's cutest leader. The people them send me to your sir, them have a money for your trumpet. Right now, so I did it this year, now. I don't want them to go to the sky now. Last day, testify and things now. Taking care of all the children there are. If it's required, we'll be on the front line. You can follow my day. I am ready to go.
Well, it's one thing I know. When people, especially ladies, go to some kind of face caring place, then put up bare mud on them face. Mud is a kind of detoxing kind of element, and therefore it was just a vibe that people had mud between their toes, and no matter how you have on slippers, yes, so people were grounded. Yes. I can agree that it was muddy, and yes, the people still loved it. Me did love it too.
And everywhere she see I am, she want money. She want this. She want little she wants and focus girl. I'll come up and cross roots. She want little she wants focus girl. I'll come up and cross roots. Everywhere she see I am, she want money. So, what kind of girl is really better? When I say I can't hear them, but I feel like I'm fleeting at the body. No. Alright, watch your style. Take out that song. I feel like I'm fleeting at the body. No? Alright. Never use a stage over yourself. Sorry to be boss. Yeah. You have no way to know. Now spend your time with your work, that's how you get food. What do you want me doing in here? Say, down in here. No performance to look over. Everybody goes up. Jesus Christ. Boy. Just wait up. Everybody move again. What's up? Move up. Listen,
so the first one I remember at the time I was signed to Columbia Records, and Diana King was there. So Diana King came down to support me. Whirl a Girl, these were 4 girls from America, you know, do a lot of hip hop and all of that stuff. They were there. Garnet Silk was there. I think Buju was there, Wayne, because I was with Penthouse, so they were there to support me. I think Freddie McGregor was on the first one. Malik Yoba, that guy who is a movie star, he was on the first one. He sang, was playing his guitar and singing a song about Marcus Garvey because he likes to sing. And they actually booed him. I remember a girl by the name of Sweet C, who is now a Christian. She came up after him or before him. And, you know what I mean, people were thinking, oh, I think she came up before him. The people wanted some more of her. They didn't bring her back. And then Mali came and the people didn't know him. And so You know what I mean? They tried to boo him a little, but after a while when people found out that he was this great movie star, I think everybody was sorry for themselves. At the first one I saw Yellow Man there, a lot of artists were there who didn't perform.
To be taken for a stroll, to experience for someone to rock and roll. She doesn't walk in. She's got something to hide. Well, I think she wants someone to take for a ride. But if you carry her to experience the beauty for a stroll, to experience someone to rock it, to experience the beauty for a
The first one, I don't think people bought into the concept. The first one, people love a Tony Rebel because 1994 was hot. You know what I mean? So they wanted to come and share the birthday celebration with me. Because even the night when we were having the show, no alcohol, people were sneaking and selling alcohol. If the very person who we rented the place from decided that it can't work, so they start to open their bar. I had to stand up and say, look, I prefer lock it down more than any liquor selling here tonight, because that is not the concept. We don't want that. And at the time, the truth is, I was not thinking about 25 years from then. I was just thinking about what we're doing that night, and I am a principal person, so if I say, right now, I don't want no smoking here, so I don't want to see it, because that is what I think. I think that if you stand for something, you shouldn't just fall for anything. So after a while, even though a lot of people don't buy into it, that is why some people sneak in alcohol into the venue. Even this year, we found so many alcohol in there, because they don't want to say, boy, something can keep without alcohol. You know, a lot of people I see in there with them cup. You know what I mean? A lot of people. But there is so many people that really buy into this concept, where they see that when you don't have spirit selling in bottle and nothing to impair the mind, you have less argument with somebody, you have less violence, you have less car accidents, because people can leave the venue and drive home soberly.
No, you have some evil people. They're on the road. I use vehicle as weapon of mass destruction. The on the road that cause big disruption. It's a good thing I wasn't gazing. Give thanks to fire still blazing. Here we go. Here why them a try to kill the kush now. Because once you go some bun filthiness, them try to kill you off. And then I talk about an accident. What is this? Balance, let me tell you something. You know why? Chune a bun catch his mouth for a reason. A legion, a demon, a pre-man. Give thanks for life which is infinite. No Prada funeral and big night. Try kill I Wayne with a Leland. Then the fools them a go on like a Miran. Them no realize how good it is to be alive. You think man a idiot? Watch out, clear. Man a view life road with an open mind. My indicator on before me cross the broken line. Chuck white got into my way and then mashing brake. Never care if I make a roof a back him break. Like him drunk or have a mental sickness. Why they wanna put Iwayne on their hit list? If it wasn't for my fitness or my quickness, I would not to say your hitness. No light off the witness. Not that you know what I need. I need them and leave and I leave on.
Ain't got a lot of change. Sometimes the going gets rough. But I've got a friend named Jesus, and that makes me rich enough. I'm taking from a cause my compass.
Challenges is a must, especially when you're moving ahead. But when these challenges come upon you, you use them as stepping stone. You learn from them. You know what I mean? You don't make the same mistake over and over again. So what has happened over the 25 years is that areas that we were weak in, we strengthen ourselves and we get strong in those areas. The thing about stage show is that there's always new problem. If none is not there, some people will just create some for you. So you have to be on the lookout for anything that happens. So you have resources ready for that, and you have the thoughts that the possibility exists where these things can happen, and you make contingency plan. But yeah, man, I mean, everything that happens to people in life, if it is good, you give thanks for it, and if it is bad, you give thanks for it, because the bad will help you to understand what not to do and what to do the next time. And that is what we use glitches for, education. And then in the 25th year, what we did was compact all of those 24 years into the 25th. So all of what we have learned, we put it in the 25th.
All of us go over even towards in here. Push them up on the salute, look at that salute. All of us life over there, push them up, push them up, push them up. You still vote to go away in the salute. What's the matter with you like this? Go so.
Watch out. You hear them say things get harder. Just me a fool, that's why you try to call her. Send the road narrow away my brother. Feel me, see a one of the saga. I see back me the potty and never feel me mother. I have not been doing it. Why did you guys do and roll out and brother?
Rebel Salute is branded as the people show.
Yes.
What are some of the best things you've heard people say about the show?
Why 200 Rebel we get back with reggae Sunsplash. Me not have to worry again, Sunsplash. Boy, Rebel, me not go on no show. I want show me got to. I want show can take me out of my yard. Rebel Salute are my Christmas. You see me? Me walk the whole of Christmas and then me have to come for Rebel Salute. Rebel, me find my wife a Rebel Salute. So many things. And people are just happy. And the next good thing is that, like now, everybody asking, when is the next Rebel Salute? Do you have a date already? We want to know the date because we want to plan.
We could have gone for years. Why this how we can't fears? We could have run the place. Nobody could have violated. Could have crazy machine. Rebel Salute, lock up the skin. But like to keep it clean. If you don't understand that thing, I don't say, I know better. I know my point and them bad like pepper. I know best. Something like them bad, them don't care on the edge. I know better. I know my point and them bad down pepper. Oh, I know the best. Oh, Rebel Salute, I tell them.
How you feel, Rebel Salute? Run that again with the 2000.
People want to see me all over the world, and I can just go out there and tour and stay out there, and people always adoring you and loving your songs and wanting to sign their autograph, want to take pictures, and you can live that kind of star life. However, when you're doing Rebel Salute, you end up with lots of challenges that you think is not necessary because of you don't get the support that you think you should get. Sometimes you end up with a lot of disrespect too, because a lot of people want a particular thing which sometimes is not available, or want to do something that you don't want them to do, and or want certain amount of money that you don't think so them deserve, and you know what I mean. So it end up in a little vibe. But to me, it is a spiritual mandate, and I accept that. So I am the custodian of it. I know it's a little bit bigger than me. So I just do what I have to do, because I don't want to be a Jonah, you know what I mean? Just send me and me no go. And then next thing you know, whale swallow me. So
There's a time and a place.
Sing one more. Can't live, sir. Can't live, sir. What is it? Let me say that. I said more. Let me say one tiny piece. Every time I think of saying goodbye, everything inside me says it's a lie. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. Oh, said that you've been with me right through the road, and you never said I had enough now. So you know I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. I'd like to repay you for damages done. I know I won't be able to repair it all. I lost count all the time. I've been hurting. Oh, you're still so fine.
I have to say, honestly, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who is at Rebel Salute every year. And for me, it's a spiritual show. For me, it's church. I call it church.
Yes.
So I have to say, keep doing it.
Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks when I can't do it. I hope I have the blueprint that others can.
Which is right.
Yeah.
And you will continue doing it.
Yeah, man, I will.
Even when it's not you in the physical form,
yes.
children in the physical form.
Yes, and not just children who are biological, but children who are children of truth, children of spiritual children.
Set my mankind, just remember unity every shine. Nairobi, oh no, Nairobi.
Tony, big up yourself. This is a great platform for reggae music, you know it, keep the thing alive. Stop the rhythm, no man. Let me get them a cappella. We can ask them something Rebel Salute. Oh boy, when a great man rise, them want to see a great man fall. Just see a note say, me never do them nothing at all. Well, oh boy, you why? Oh boy, you get a fight when they start try. Ain't no lie, no lie. I put my trust in all the most high. Give me something else. What about your love? We don't find the figures for the killer. We come from choose and don't know how they love. We say I don't want this. We don't start to be here nowhere. We don't keep for you to the gem. We don't find the good next time. I feel so low with respect. We say I don't want this. We don't start to be here nowhere. We don't keep for you to the gem. We're going to talk more. Hey! I got to reach just up in there. Yeah? Yeah. Now you know your boss. Let's do this. Okay.
bathe your skin and put on your perfume, you better tune into Lime and Chune. Yeah, if you don't want to be doomed, yeah, you better watch this your channel here soon. Yeah, man, Rebel Sound.
Lime and Chune,